What's up, YouTube? It's that boy Rodney, and today we gonna have a story time. But before then, don't forget to hit the sub button and go follow me on IG, because I think when y'all see this, it's gonna be my birthday. So this story starts out in the summer of 2016. You know, back when everybody was having a great life. I'm not sure if it's because Lil Uzi and Lil Yachty were making amazing music, or the fact that everyone on social media that I follow happened to, you know, be graduating from high school, or they just happen to be freshmen and sophomore in college. I mean, because if we being real, freshman and sophomore in college, it ain't nothing compared to your junior and senior year, especially your junior year, boy. Your freshman and sophomore year ain't nothing compared to that. But anyways, I was getting ready to go to Mississippi College, not MTSU, but Mississippi College, and I was playing football there, blase. Y'all already know this story, especially if you follow me on Instagram and so forth. So I was sitting in my grandma's house, you know, chilling and so forth and doing whatever I was doing, you know. And all of a sudden I get a harassing phone call from the housing department from Mississippi College trying to force me to go ahead and apply for my housing. They said you need to have a roommate and you need to have a plan on where you want to stay and so forth. So I ain't know nobody, so at that point I'm just like, man, I need to find somebody. Actually told me probably like months before that he was coming to MC, not months before, but probably like in like April, like when I had signed to Mississippi College. He had told me like a couple weeks later that he was going to Mississippi College, and he told me that he was about to play football there too. And the whole thing about that is he never like played at all, like he physically didn't play on the field. So I was like sort of confused as to how he was recruited, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm all like, dang, yeah, I played and I got recruited, and he ain't even touched the field. So what kind of school am I? What kind of school am I about to play for? So in the back of my head, I'm really just like, in another part, is like, oh, yeah, this dude, ain't no way in the world he about to play college football and he ain't never played before. I kept him in the back of my mind. I was about to hit him up. So then I asked Lawrence, but Lawrence, my friend Lawrence, he had actually been at the school a year before, but he was rooming with his god brother or whatever, Grant. So I knew I wasn't gonna be able to room with him. So at that point, it was either room with somebody you know or room with the psychopath, because honestly, when you rooming with a random person in college or before you move in, you don't know who you moving into with. Like I said, you'd be moving into somebody that could possibly be your best friend, be just a cool dude that, you know, minds his business, or you could be rooming with Jeffrey Dahmer, for all we know, you know what I'm saying, or Ted Bundy. You know, it's some crazy people in this world. My roommate, when I first got to MTSU, that's a whole nother story. Let me get back to the point of the video. So throughout the summer, he was constantly telling me about all the stuff he was gonna bring, and, you know, I was too. But I mean, like he was telling me about bringing a lot of stuff, and I'm just sitting there like, okay. And I'm bringing a TV, my clothes, and my Xbox One. And I think that's all I really brought. I mean, I have a lot of clothes and a lot of shoes, but I mean, aside from that, compared in my refrigerator, I think I brought a micro. But what he brought, the man packed this whole house up. I don't know if his rent, if he was about to have to pay rent in Memphis or what. What I do know is his parents got him up out that house, and boy, you would have swore the apocalypse was about to happen. You know what I'm saying? As much stuff as he was bringing into the room, I promise I thought we was about to be on the National Geographic channel. What is it called? Doomsday Preppers. So about like later in the summer, it's getting closer to camp. I'm gonna call him Christopher. I remember Chris had asked me, he was all like, when are we gonna when is move-in day for the football players and stuff like that? And I remember I told him August the 6th and so forth, blah blah blah. I didn't really think too much of it, because at this point I was like, I don't really think he's really about to play or really about to show up on camp day, you know, like move into camp. So camp comes, and I'm thinking I'm about to just move in by myself, because I really, like I said, I thought dude was just flogging. So we get to the school for like check-in day for like the football players. We have to go to the field house to sign up for something with the NCAA. I can't remember what it was, but I remember when I was on a computer, all I hear is, "What's up, fool?" I turn around, and lo and behold, it's Chris sitting there with his mom and dad. So I go and walk up to him. I'm like, "So you really moving in today?" And I was like, well, I didn't say that. I think I said, "So you moving in today?" Because his parents were right there. I wasn't trying to be on no disrespectful stuff. I mean, I got home training, and he was all like, "Yeah." I had to go talk to the coaches first. So he went and talked to the coaches, and then I remember him and his mom were telling me something about how they said that he wasn't supposed to be there at all. But I mean, I felt bad for him, you know what I'm saying? Because he drove all the way down to Mississippi with hopes and aspirations of playing, but you know they weren't going for that. This is literally where the nightmare started. Right after that, me and my family had actually went to go move in and stuff, and I guess he was still at the field house. I guess talking to the coaches and so forth. I mean, they ain't go for it. They ain't put him on the team. So me and my mom, my dad, and my brothers, and I think my grandma came too. But we was all moving my stuff in, and we had finished, and then after that, he had actually came in, and boy, when I tell y'all, this man brought the whole entire house. Like, he had tubs, like, you know, the big tub boxes. I'll put his picture in on it. He had 6 of those, had a suitcase, and I mind you, they was full of games, electronics, posters, TVs, stuff, just everything you could think of was all not TVs. I'm tripping. I don't know what I'm. But clothes, you get what I'm saying. So clothes and all types of stuff. And then he brought in another thing, just like this big thing of like clothes, just in the hanger. And trust me, all this is gonna play a part in the story in a minute. Just let me get to it. So fast forward, we in the middle of camp, right? And I ain't never stayed in a room, but when I did come to the room, you know, it was like later on at night, because I mean, I was always in my friends' dorms and stuff like that. Like after practice, after I showered and stuff like that, I was always at my friends' dorms until meetings and until like dinner or whatever. So I would come back to my dorm from like practice and meetings, and I'd start to notice that my snacks and stuff were diminishing. So the one night I really noticed it, I like snapped off. Because okay, I had before that earlier that morning I put me Powerades in the refrigerator and so forth. So and I actually had, I had a Chips Ahoy cook, like the thing from like since I had that up in my thing, and I bull crap, you know. Like, later on, and I went into my refrigerator and the Powerades were missing. I looked back over at him. He's on the game playing some. He was playing some game. I think the newest Madden or something like that. And he was chewing on one of the Powerade caps on my thing. I checked the Chips Ahoy thing. One of the trays were missing. 3 Powerade bottles were in the trash can. And I promise you, I kid you not, I snapped on dude. Because like my thing is that I don't like thieves. And one thing about me, I don't like when folks mess with my food. Because I love food. Don't mess with my food, because that's going to set me completely off if you mess with my food. You know what I'm saying? So he went there with me, messed with my food, stole from me. I mean, because honestly, if he had like literally asked me if he could have it, I would have said yeah. But the thing is, like, he had a whole thing, like a whole tower going up to the roof, the ceiling, the roof or whatever. He had a whole tower of like food and stuff like that. So I was sort of confused as to why he was going through my stuff to begin with. So fast forward, probably about like a week later, we had to go to church, like the whole team. And so I remember when we got back, he didn't go, but I had went, but like he couldn't find his charger. So then he had asked me, he was all like, "Fool, did you see my charger?" And he had like an attitude. I don't know if he was on his man period or what. And I was like, "No, I don't know where your charger is." And he was talking about something. If you wanted to use my stuff, you could have just asked. I don't know if he was like trying to mock me, like, cause I guess because I went off on him and he was being salty. But he tried to snap off on a brother. So I came back at him, you know what I'm saying? Cause I'm not about to let you punk me out, you know what I'm saying? I ain't with this. So I went back off on him, and then I guess he was supposed to like intimidate. I guess it was supposed to intimidate me. So this man went in one of the like 12 or 13 boxes he had stuffed under the bed, and got one of he got his black belt certificate and posted, like he nailed it to the wall. And I'm just like, because we had these little brown strips on the wall where you can nail stuff. He like nailed it to the wall as if that was like supposed to strike fear in my body or something like that. Like, so the first day of school happened, and I woke up on my first day of college classes pissed off. The man really went there with me. So it's 5:45 in the morning, or 6. It's one of them. In between 5:45 and 6, I'm pretty sure it was 5:45 or 5:51 of them. And he has a speaker in the room, and he starts blasting out "Broccoli" by Lil Yachty. Bro, I was so mad. Like, first off, I hate that song. Two, the fact that you woke me up playing the song, that just added more fuel to the fire. So I'm pissed at this point. So I'm already up. So I'm just all like, and I mind y'all, I have an 8 a.m. I ain't planning on getting up until like 7. So I went and took a shower. I came out the shower, and guess what I see? I see cargo pants, striped white and red shirt, And guess what kind of shoes he had on? He had on my red and white retro fours. I was like, fool, what you doing with my shoes on? And I was mad. I mean, I said it more mad because, I mean, of course I'm not mad now. It happened like 2 years ago. I was like, fool, what you doing with my shoes on? I'm mad at him at this point. He was like, I'm just trying to live fresh for the hoes, fool. And I'm just like, boy, I went off. I told him to take my shoes off. So he takes my shoes off, and at this point, I'm just about done with it. I'm over it. The stealing, it is getting too much. I don't like no thieves. You know what I'm saying? His side of the room became messy and dirty. Like, no bullcrap. Every time I go into the room, I literally had to become Laura Croft from Tomb Raider because I was literally hurtling over boxes and obstacles and papers and stuff like that just to get to my side of the room. And it was a mess, like, and that's why I said all that stuff that he brought to school, it literally comes back to haunt because, like, he wasn't a clean person at all, and him having all that stuff didn't help. And you know, of course, when you have clutter, you get, drum roll please, roaches. That's right, I said roaches. We had roaches. I don't know if it's at first I was thinking it was a dorm. After a minute, I was all like, no, like, nobody else is having this problem in their rooms. And then two, when he moved out the room, I didn't even have a problem. Like, after my classes, I would go and change backpacks to my football backpack. And I see dead roaches, like smushed up roaches on the ground. And like, instead of him picking them up and throwing them in a toilet, dude would literally just keep them on the ground, just smashed up, and he'll just be on the Xbox just playing the game. And I'm just like, bro, are you serious, dude? Like, you gotta be kidding me. His mom actually, and this is actually the final straw with this, and so his mom, she was real sweet, she was kind, and she actually came and put curtains in our room. And you know, I'm not really a big curtain guy. I like the sunlight, as you can tell. Like, I like light. I don't like my room being dark. But she put up curtains or whatever. And so one night, I was asleep and I heard some rustling going on in the window, and I turned on the light because I sort of had a feeling of what it was. Because I mean, at this point, I had seen like a good 12 roaches in the room every time I would come back, and trust me, I hate roaches. But so this in particular time, I'm just like, I'm not about to sit over here and sleep when there's roaches in the room. So I go turn the light on and I open up the window, man. And I see two big roaches. Like, I see two big roaches. Like, the roaches that had the designs on their backs, like the spots. I see them up in there, bro. I'm all like, I'm done with it. Like, I can't do this no more. I need a room change. So I kill the roaches. Man, the first thing I do in the morning, I get up as early as I could. I push my alarm back some so I can make it to the housing department. I tell them everything that's going on from the thievery. I turned into 6'9". I tell them everything from the thievery, from the thieving to the roaches, to me having to crawl over obstacles in the room. I tried everything I could. I tried being nice. Nothing's getting over me. After those two roaches, that was the final straw. So these folks told me that I couldn't change rooms because I was a freshman. So fortunately, I was stuck. So I had to I went to the store. I bought not rat poison. I bought roach poison, every type of poison you can think of to try to get rid of the roaches, because I don't do roaches. I don't know. At this point, I'm really starting to think they came from him. Because like I said, after he moved out, the following semester, I didn't have a roach problem at all. And our RA tried to make us do some type of intervention or something like that. But of course, I skipped it because, I mean, at this point, I'm pissed. I didn't want nothing to do with dude. I wanted to get out the room. Even my parents, they was offering to pay these folks like money to get me out the room. Later on in the semester, I had got 2K. And I wasn't able to play it, unfortunately, because, I mean, I was just chilling with folks all the time. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to play the game. So, this one Friday after we had, I guess, it was like a team meeting, the day before a game. So we had, not testimony, but, somebody, whether it was a preacher or somebody from FCA would come and talk to the team and stuff like that. So, they came. So, I remember I had left there and I went back to the room and I was like, oh, damn, I'm about to get ready to play 2K. I think it was 2K17 that came out. So I was like, I'm about to get ready to play 2K17, so I'm all excited and stuff. And I come back to the room, and I see a good 12 dudes in a room. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't know none of these folks at all. I've never seen them a day in my life. And I walk over some more, and I see 3 folks laying across my bed. And they're all like, hey man, how you doing? I'm just like, I'm literally sitting there living, you know what I'm saying? Don't. this is a tip for anybody, fool. If you go to college, don't sit in your roommate's bed. Don't have your guests sit in your roommate's bed. That is like beyond disrespectful. Especially if they don't know you. If they don't know you. If they know you, that's a different question. But if they don't know you, fool, that's disrespectful. I'm just dropping some home training tips. So the next month, he tried to join this, like, this, it wasn't even a fraternity. I don't know what you, it's a frat, but like at that school, they didn't have fraternities because it was a Christian school. So instead, they had these things called tribes and clubs. So he was a part of a club or whatever. And they used to have these events and stuff like that. And I remember one particular time, they were doing some volleyball tournament or some crap in front of our dorm. And I remember the man came back to the room. It was this nasty smell. I don't know. He just know he smelled bad. He hopped straight into the bed and went to sleep. Rolled over in the bed, sweating. Like, that's so cringy to me, man. Like, I'm sorry, y'all. That's just cringy to me. Just retelling this whole entire. So that night, I had to actually suffocate myself while I was sleeping because I could not stand the mess. I could not stand that smell. You know what I'm saying? So fast forward to the end of that semester, he basically at this point told me that he was transferring colleges or something like that because he said he was about to go play for LSU. Which that wasn't true either. So at the end of the semester, the line just got worse. I remember I came into the room one time and I saw this pamphlet on his bed that said, "How can you lie to people and make them believe your lies?" And I really wish I would have took a picture of this man because that was ridiculous. I mean, because I knew he had a line problem, but I didn't really think it was, you know, that bad. You know what I'm saying? That deep. But so I remember the next night or the night, when in that time frame, I remember he had told me that he was actually about to have a girl come over to the room, and I'm just like, okay, bet, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing. And he was talking about, so don't come to the room tonight at this time, so forth, so forth. You know, I'm a cool room. Okay, do what you gotta do. So I ain't come to the room. So me and I wasn't gonna be in the room at that time anyway. So me and my friends are like walking around the school or whatever. And I remember I had looked up or looked over, and I saw him walking around the school, like walking around the campus with like glow sticks around his neck, around his arms, and so forth. I'm just like, what you at the lie for? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It was weird. He sat there and lied about that story. If I was y'all, get an apartment or just get a dorm room by yourself. That was my horrible roommate experience. It was way more worse stories. It was way worse stories than that. You know, him waking me up in the middle of the night arguing with girls. I guess him going through his process, his club process, and I guess that I don't know. Going through the club process. It was a lot of stuff, but it was a mess, all in all. But anyway, you know, this is somebody that you legit know is clean, not dirty, or somebody that lives up to, you know, the way you would want to live. That you find out the information first before you go get a roommate. That's my advice to you, and that's the moral of the story. Anyways, y'all, that's the end of the video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Don't forget to leave a like down below, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button.